Welcome back to Movie Recap.
Hi everybody, today I am going to explain the movie Oldboy, released in the year 2003. In 1988, a businessman named Oh Dae-su is arrested for drunkenness, missing his daughter's 4th birthday. After his friend Joo Ha-won picks him up from the police station, Dae-su is kidnapped while his friend talks to his daughter through phone and wakes up in a sealed hotel room, where food is delivered through a trapdoor. When his room is filled with Valium gas, he fell asleep. The kidnapper used this time to cut his hair and clean his room. Watching TV, Dae-su learns that his wife has been murdered and he is the prime suspect. He passes the time shadowboxing, planning revenge and attempting to dig a tunnel to escape. 15 years later, in 2003, Dae-su is suddenly released after being sedated and hypnotized. Dae-su wakes up and tests his fighting skills on a group of thugs. A mysterious beggar gives him money and a cell phone. Dae-su enters a sushi restaurant where he meets Mi-do, a young chef. He receives a taunting phone call from his captor, collapses and is taken in by Mi-do. Dae-su attempts to leave the apartment, but a sympathetic and intrigued Mi-do confronts him. Mi-do explains to Dae-su that she is romantically interested in him. They reconcile and begin to form a bond. After he recovers, Dae-su makes an attempt to find his daughter. Discovering that she was adopted, he gives up trying to contact her. Now focused on identifying his captors, Dae-su tries foods from different restaurants and locates the Chinese restaurant that made his prison food and finds the prison by following a delivery man. It is a private prison, where people can pay to have others incarcerated. Dae-su tortures the warden, Mr. Park, who reveals that Dae-su was imprisoned for talking too much, and gave him the phone recordings. He is then attacked by guards and is stabbed but manages to defeat them. Joo Ha-won informed Dae-su his captor address using IP address tracking, which is the opposite building of Mi-do's apartment. Dae-su's captor is revealed to be a wealthy businessman named Lee Woo-jin. Woo-jin gives him an ultimatum: if Dae-su can uncover the motive for his imprisonment within 5 days, Woo-jin will kill himself. Otherwise, he will kill Mi-do. He also informed Dae-su that Mi-do is tied for a long time by Mr. Park. Dae-su rushed to her apartment. Mr. Park tried to take Dae-su's teeth as revenge, but Woo-jin offered money to Mr. Park to set him free. Dae-su and Mi-do run away in a rental car. Dae-su and Mi-do get close and have sex. When they fall asleep, Woo-jin filled the room with Valium gas and leave Mr. Park's hand as a present for Dae-su. Meanwhile, Joo Ha-won tries to contact Dae-su with important information but is murdered by Woo-jin. Mr. Park and his gang to join forces with Dae-su. Dae-su leaves Mi-do with Mr. Park and sets out to face Woo-jin. Dae-su eventually recalls that he and Woo-jin had gone to the same high school, and he had witnessed Woo-jin committing incest with his own sister. He told Joo Ha-won what he had seen, which led to his classmate learning about it. Rumors spread and Woo-jin's sister killed herself, leading a grief-stricken Woo-jin to seek revenge. At Woo-jin's penthouse, Woo-jin reveals that Mi-do is actually Dae-su's daughter. Woo-jin had orchestrated everything by using hypnosis to guide Dae-su to the restaurant, arranging for them to meet and fall in love so that Dae-su will experience the same pain of incest that he did. Dae-su tries to kill Woo-jin and engaged in a fight with Mr. Ha. Mr. Ha lost his hearing and tried to kill Dae-su, so Woo-jin killed Mr. Ha because he needed Dae-su alive. He reveals that Mr. Park is still working for him and threatens to tell the truth to Mi-do. Dae-su apologizes for his involvement in the death of Woo-jin's sister and humiliates himself by imitating a dog and begging. When Woo-jin is unimpressed, Dae-su cuts out his own tongue as a sign of penance. Woo-jin finally accepts Dae-su's apology and tells Mr. Park to hide the truth from Mi-do. He then drops the device he claimed was the remote to his pacemaker and begins walking away. Dae-su activates the device to kill him, only to find it is actually a remote for loudspeakers, which play an audio recording of Mi-do and Dae-su having sex. As Dae-su collapses in despair, Woo-jin enters the elevator, recalls his sister's suicide, and shoots himself in the head. Sometime later, Dae-su finds the hypnotist to erase his knowledge of Mi-do being his daughter so that they can stay happy together. To persuade her, he repeats the question he heard from the man on the rooftop, and the hypnotist agrees. Afterward, Mi-do finds Dae-su lying in snow, but there are no signs of the hypnotist. Mi-do confesses her love for him and the two embrace. Dae-su breaks into a wide smile, which is then slowly replaced by a look of pain.
If you liked this video, subscribe for more content like this, and hit the like button to help us out. Also leave a comment if you want to recap your favorite movie. Until next time, take care.